compared them to what we already had, but
Oh, okay.
that follows what was in the study exactly.
Okay, great, thanks, yeah.
Well, that being the case, should we be setting up a lighting committee?
I think we should.
There are two people with experience in lighting.
No, there are two people that were involved in reviewing and going around,
Would you be interested in being
I'd be interested on being on that committee.
would you want to talk to Nancy about it, I mean, since she was starting up?
Yeah,
So she's not here to object?
Yeah.
does anybody else want in?
Wasn't Chris involved in it too?
We had, actually, he was. We drove around one evening, we looked for non-compliance and dark sky and
Yeah,
But it
that
was
sort of thing,
And the other aspect is having different zoning regulations, like
Different
for
se-
core versus more
Right.
residential area. I
Right.
think that's really the highlight, pun intended, of what the study was encouraging. But part of what was really interesting in here too was having, you know, after a certain time of night, that lighting, which would be brighter in a parking area, could be dimmed, you know, and that's an interesting thing.
that's when people went to bed.
Hmm.
It's not necessary anymore.
I think the interesting thing is I talked to the town manager or the ordinance people or whatever in all of those towns about their lighting ordinances, and some of them appear, when you read them, to be relatively restrictive, you know, like you turn down the lights at 11 o'clock or whatever. And in every one of those towns, they've never had a complaint about lights,
Really?
which I think was really interesting.
Yeah, 'cause Raymond's pretty rural, some parts of
Yeah,
Raymond.
I forget which one it was, one of those is pretty simple and pretty straightforward with good understandable definitions and no complaints. So don't hesitate to call those towns up, they were very, very helpful.
I guess we'll need a couple copies of those.
Sharon can get
Sharon,
the-
can you you'll be able to do a couple of copies?
Would that look good?
Yeah.
So do you want to be part of a committee there, Bob?
I'll be part of it.
Okay. I think Nancy is a prospect, but we'll obviously have to get her approval. Anybody else interested in being on the lighting committee?
Be nice to have one more. We were two last time and,
In the spirit with bringing in people from outside, would it be worth talking to somebody who's not on the planning board per se to
yeah,
participate?
possibility.
Allison did the dark skies.
Yeah. We
I don't know if
we didn't get very far with that.
And Nancy would have been involved with that through the Ray Center, right? So you
Yeah,
could
she-
sort of have some of that.
Yeah, Nancy and I had a lot of discussions and we were actually the two on a committee, but it'd be nice to get, I don't know, get somebody from the outside maybe. Look for somebody,
Want to do research and try to put something together?
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Chris Hodges is helpful to have in those committees too.
Yeah,
because
he is,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
When push comes to shove, having the public works director say, this is safe, this is adequate, this is
Yeah,
good,
I
this doesn't
agree.
result in complaints, certainly helps in implementing whatever you decide to do.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when those youngins run around Waterville Valley.
Okay. Thank you, Wendy. Any further issues come before the board? I'm not gonna address any of the tickler ones today. For the future.
I'd like to add one to the tickler that I think got dropped was the extension of Boulder Path through C1.
Extension of Boulder Path through C1?
The
Yeah,
road,
the road through the,
that was a big item.
Oh. path.
Yeah.
Anything else? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?